Welcome to Round 1, the show where we play just the beginning of a game to give you a taste of what it's like. Today we catch the train on platform 9 3/4 on our way to Hogwarts as we play Harry Potter House Cup competition. In this worker placement game, we'll each represent one of the 4 houses at the School for Witchcraft and Wizardry: Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and Slytherin. Through a mix of lessons, classes, hard work, and studying, the goal is to complete challenges and score the most points for your house by the end of the year. Watch the magic at the table for a couple rounds and then join us as we discuss the whole game and award the House Cup.
Welcome to the table. Today we'll be playing Harry Potter House Cup competition. This is a 2 to 4 player competitive worker placement game in which each of us is going to represent one of the 4 main houses within the Harry Potter universe. And we're going to be competing over 7 different rounds in order to gain the most points during that House Cup competition.
Yeah, and what's amazing here is Kira's playing Slytherin, although I think we can all agree Jeremy should be playing Slytherin.
Probably.
But Jeremy's playing blue, he's Ravenclaw, we've got Slytherin down there.
I'm Gryffindor because even though I am a Ravenclaw at heart, I am always red. I like to play red. So sorry, Kira, you wore the right shirt, but
You're in the wrong house.
you're in the wrong house.
You're in the wrong house.
I'm in the right house. This is me mocking Gryffindor.
We all took a
Ooh, I
sorting
like
hat
that.
competition
That's nice.
before
That's
we
very
we did
thematic.
it.
I'm Hufflepuff, and
Yes,
I'm
you
familiar
are.
with at least Cedric Diggory. These other 2 characters, less familiar with.
Zacharias and Hannah. Not heard of them.
No, I haven't. Well, I mean, I think I recognize their names, but I don't recognize their faces from the movie. Sorry.
And speaking of each of the characters, each of us does have 3 characters on our player board with 3 different tracks. These tracks represent your ability to do potions, your ability to do charms, and then your defense against the dark arts. And each of these are going to go up to level 7, and you're trying to use these levels in order to do very specific lessons that you'll have in your hands, and then challenges at the end of each of these 7 rounds. At the end of 7 rounds, we're going to add up all the points that we've collected in these beaker jars that you see over here. Each one of these gems is worth 10 points. And then also you're going to get points for every combination of magic and knowledge that you have at the end of the game, with the most points winning. And we're going to jump right in because we've actually already played this a couple times off to the side, and we're going to be super competitive because I want to win with Ravenclaw here.
Yeah, we'll see if Jeremy APs, but it is a worker placement game that you'll see. We go to all these different spaces here, and like Jeremy said, we're going to be trying to complete lessons, and then we're going to go into another phase where we're completing challenges.
Yeah, so I'll start by using Luna, and I'm going to go to one of these locations. I will go to this spot right here. This is the classroom. The classroom is going to allow you to level up, and this particular character is going to be able to level up my potions from this icon that you see right here. And I'm simply going to move that to level 2. And then I get to take one of the challenges. Which one do I get to take? Well, these are the icons for the easy challenges. And easy challenges aren't really easy, so to speak, but we'll see what happens here.
Easier challenges.
Give me that middle one right there for, yep.
Travel to Portkey.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Don't read my challenge
Oh, I'm
anymore.
sorry.
And before or after you do any one of your actions, you're allowed to also play 1 lesson card. Lesson cards also come in basic and advanced, and you will gain them through various actions on the board. Each of us will start with at least 2 of them. David starts with one of the challenges as well. And you're allowed to play one of these per action. I will play this one here. It's called the Antidote to Common Poisons. And it requires that the character I just used to be a level 2 in potions, which just happened, which is very good for me. I'm going to use this, expend it, which gives me 2 knowledge. And as I mentioned already, there's 2 kinds of resources. You have knowledge and you have magic. They both have different functionalities in the game. We'll explain them as we get to them. But that's my turn. I'm done.
All right. I'm going to take Goyle, and I'm going to go down here, and he needs some help with defense.
Okay.
So I'm going to level him up there to a 2, and then I'm going to take the bottom easy challenge, please.
Avoid the Dementor's Kiss.
Let's just be honest,
Nice.
that's probably all Goyle can handle.
All right. Well, I've got books. I started off with some knowledge, but I didn't start off with a lot of magic. In fact, I don't start with any. So let's have Harry visit the professor's office and try to learn some magic. So
You're a wizard, Harry.
At the top?
yes. So Harry's becoming a wizard by gaining 2 magic. He's probably also snitching on someone, let's be honest. That's the only reason
do
that
not
Harry
like
goes.
Harry.
Come on, Harry wouldn't
He's-
snitch.
He's quite the tattletale.
He's a little bit of a tattletale.
Who would be the snitch in Gryffindor?
Well,
I
it's
know
the
who
little
I think
thing
it
that
is.
flies around that they catch.
Oh, nice. I didn't even see that coming. I wasn't trying to set you up, but that was a better punchline than mine.
I am not
Harry
going to
Potter
play
knowledge.
I am not going to play a lesson.
lesson?
So
Okay, I am going to take, let's see, I'll take Cedric out the gate.
I would have
And
voted for
I-
Cedric.
I'm going to go to one of these spaces here.
Nice. Double level.
And that's going to cost me 2 knowledge and a magic, which happens to be what I start with.
Nice.
So I can go up 2 levels. I'm going to go up 2 defense against the dark arts.
Nice.
Sitting on a 3.
Or I could take him up 1 and 1, right?
You
Yeah.
can.
I'm going to take him up 1 and then 1 on potions.
All right.
Probably good to get him evened out, so you know.
And then I'm going to play Defeat the Hag. This takes 2 defense against the dark arts, and that's
Nice.
going to let me take any of my characters up 1 in defense against the dark arts. And
Yeah.
I'm going to take Zacharias Smith up.
Very nice.
Nice.
All right. I'm going to take Harry's other girlfriend, Cho. And
is
I will
good.
place it there, and I will move up 1 on my charms, so level 2 charms. And I also get to take another one of these easy challenges, which is nice for me. Give me the middle one, the journey
middle one.
from platform 9 3/4. If you don't know what that is, then you need to watch some Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most Harry Potter fans will recognize it, but you know.
They snuck a train game in their worker
There are
placement game.
some people that that are playing this because it's worker placement that maybe have never ever watched Harry Potter before.
Maybe.
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 All right, Goyle. No, I already placed Goyle. Crab.
I think there's probably more people that have watched Harry Potter that haven't played a worker placement game.
That's probably that
I'll
is
take-
probably true.
Other
The
way
bottom challenge, please.
Which one? Easy or hard?
Hard. Thank you.
Yes, magic and a hard challenge.
Ah.
All right, I'm going to send Ron also to the professor's office. We're gonna go. Whoa!
Here?
Is this Cronkinol? Yeah, I'm gonna go right there, and I'm gonna get 1 magic and 1 hard challenge. I think I'd like to try to take the owls because that seems kind of challenging. So
It is a challenge.
Hence challenge.
hence the hard challenge there.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the library and pick up
3 knowledge.
3 knowledge.
All right, I am going to go with Padma, who was also in the movie,
That's true.
even though Hannah and Zacharias.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think
You
I'm
have
pretty
to
sure
pay
they
a
were.
book.
in
You
there.
have to pay a book, right?
I know.
To go there?
They have pictures of them, so they must have been in the movie. They probably were just background characters. I mean,
I recognize Hannah
Let's
now
be-
that I'm looking at it.
we'll be honest. Hufflepuff didn't get a lot of love in the original Harry Potter movies.
No.
They did not. But, you know, that's their own fault. I don't know why I said that. But
So they don't fall for not being popular enough.
Yikes, man, you guys are vicious.
yeah, I don't know why there's only one main Hufflepuff person in all the movies. Am I
Well,
wrong?
there's Cedric, but then in
Yeah, that's one.
the Fantastic Beasts, there's Newt was a Hufflepuff,
That's true.
and he's kind of the big Hufflepuff name.
I'm
All right,
done.
is it my turn?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. We're talking
We're
Harry
talking.
Potter.
Yeah.
I
we're
was waiting for
getting-
you to take a lesson and I got distracted.
did.
So I am going to go here
2 and 1.
and I'm going to level up Malfoy. Let's see, what did I
It's
pick up
it's
here?
a player that you use there.
Right,
oh, yeah,
that was
okay.
Malfoy.
Got it.
So we'll go ahead and do 1
Dark cards,
and 2.
1 charm. You have any cards to play?
No.
Remember, you guys can play these lesson cards before or after your action. Can help you
Actually,
power things. No?
I'm going to do that instead.
Double up on it. All right.
All right, I'm gonna take Hermione. Hermione is the only one I have left, and she's gonna go visit the classrooms. So this is gonna cost me a book, unfortunately. So or knowledge, I'll pay that.
Knowledge.
She's immediately gonna gain 1 level. Let's do potions. I think she needs some potions lessons, and then I'm gonna get one of those. I can take either a hard or an easy. Let's take the basic one on the middle,
easy?
right there.
That's
Yep,
an
that's
easy
the
middle.
one.
Okay.
And then I am going to play one of my lessons afterwards. This is an antidote to common poison. Apparently this was assigned reading. So I'm going to return this one in, and I'm going to gain 2 knowledge back from that.
Okay.
All right, 2 knowledge coming
2
your
knowledge
way.
coming my way. Thank
You've
you.
got some tokens there.
I have
You're
a
done?
few. I'm done.
It's time for Hannah to come out onto the board. Hannah is also going to go to that spot. This is like the only spot on the board where multiple players can go.
That's true.
She's going to spend this knowledge, and she's also going to take one of these basic lessons. and then she can go up one thing. She's going to go up on magic. And now she's got charms. She's going to go 2 in charms, and I have this lesson, which is the enlargement charm.
Oh, nice.
It costs 2 charms. I'm going to hand that in, and it lets me take any of my characters up in charms again. I'm actually going to take her up in charms.
Up in Charms.
Up in
Sounds like a
Charms.
song.
It does
All
sound
right.
Up in Charms.
It's a
In the Harry
lesser,
Potter world.
known cereal to Lucky Charms.
Nobody took the location worker placement spot that we flipped.
No.
So
That's
we'll
right.
get another one of those, and we'll talk about those in the next round. But for now,
First, challenges.
challenges.
So yeah, starting with the first player, which is me, I am going to do up to 2 challenges. When you do challenges, you look in your hand, you find out which ones you want to do. You can do 2 easy challenges or 1 easy and 1 hard challenge. And what you're doing is you're assigning these characters that you've already placed on the board, which you'll all get back now at this time, and you're going to assign them to these challenges to be able to complete them. All of these challenges have very specific prerequisites on them, having certain sliders at certain areas on your board. And when you assign them, you're basically using those attributes. You don't have to spend them, just use them in order to gain the benefit. So I'm going to look to my hand and see which ones I can complete. And there's actually only one. It's the journey from platform 9 3/4. And it's going to require all of my people. So actually, no, it's going to require 2 of my people. I can assign Cho, and I can assign just Luna. And then we'll actually put that one there. And she's only a 1, 1, and 1, so she can't complete the other one. So this is done. It's going to give me 1 knowledge, which I collect, and it's going to give me 1 of these gems, which is worth 10 victory points, which I'm going to slide right in here. I'm going to take this challenge, and I'm going to put it face down on my board, and these come back to me, and I am done. Kira,
All right.
challenges.
My challenge is avoid the Dementor's kiss. Well, goodness gracious.
Ooh.
That's tough. And so Malfoy will definitely need his
Oh, is that
2
6?
henchmen
6 defense
to
against the dark
go
arts?
6 defense against the dark
Wow.
arts because he doesn't study. He just messes with people. So 30
Got it?
30 points to Slytherin.
Not bad.
30 points.
30 points to Slytherin.
I actually don't have a challenge. The best way to get those is the classrooms, and those rooms went pretty quick, so
What happened? Don't
Yeah.
worry, Dumbledore will come and help you.
I think so. Gryffindor always gets bailed out.
Yeah.
If I learned
Ryan's
anything
the
from Harry
Bailout
Potter,
package.
that's right.
Ryan's counting on those mysterious 80 points at the end of the game that just get assigned.
Want you for playing 80 points.
You didn't read that? Whoever plays Gryffindor automatically wins.
And whoever plays Slytherin is probably going to get like minus
Negative.
half a point.
I like
Whatever
that.
it's going to be to lose
I'll
to
take my
Gryffindor.
chances in the middle as Hufflepuff. I am going to join the dueling club. This is
Ooh.
going to take 2 in potions and 4 defense against the dark arts. I think Zacharias and Cedric can take care of that. I've got all of that necessary. And that's going to give me 1 magic and 20 points.
20 points. Awarded to
What? Hufflepuff.
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 Hufflepuff. All
And
right.
that is my
Hi,
challenge.
Gryffindor's the only one without a completed challenge.
All right, so we're going to move it to marker 2. That's going to uncover this second location. This location says that someone has to be level 3 to go here, and they get 1 magic and 1 of your gems placed
Oh,
in there. So
wow,
it's a
10
free 10
points.
victory
Nice.
points. And we are ready to start round 2. Let's go ahead and jump right in. It's going to be me again because I
It
was
is
the
gonna be
person
you
who went
again.
to this location that collected the owl. And the owl makes you
We're going to
awesome.
have to stop Jeremy from doing that because that makes me last every time.
Yep.
Being last is fun.
It's certainly something.
That's
It
the
is certainly
idea.
something.
I'm going to take Cho, and Cho will go here onto the charms. She'll move up 1 charms. She will collect 1 of these cards, which will be this one here. And she will play this card, which requires her to have 3 charms, which allows her to get another one of these cards, which I will collect this one here, and collect 1 of these cards, which are lessons. And I will take we'll take this one. This one.
There we go.
This one. This one. I am done.
All right. You sure?
I
Okay.
am
I'm going to get some magic, please, and thank you,
Nice.
You're
with
welcome.
Mr. Goyle.
That was simple enough.
I'm going to send Harry.
Any lesson? No lesson?
You a wizard, Harry?
All right.
Harry's going to spend 2 knowledge and a magic to level up twice in the defense of the dark arts. And then I'm going to defeat a troll, which lets me play 2 people this turn.
Okay.
Troll in the dungeon.
So I will be a turn off, but I'm going to take Hermione, and I'm going to send her to learn defense as well.
That's a tasty little card. that you just
However, but I
played.
can't. I lose an opportunity to play a card because it's not 1 card per character; it's 1 card per turn.
Oh.
So I'm basically giving up that potential to play another
Sure.
lesson.
I feel sorry for you, actually.
I bet you don't.
I bet you don't really feel sorry for me. I'm gonna try to this one here. I think this is a good one for later.
You're done?
I am.
All right. Let's see. I think I'm going to take Hannah, who's my only level 3 character in Charms. And I'm going to take her there.
Nice.
And she's going to get
A magic?
magic and 10 points.
10 points too.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
I love how he says
I
that.
got 0 points.
I don't know why he says it like that, but he does. In my mind.
And in my mind, he says
In
it
my
just
mind,
like
he
Wow,
says
I
like
always
that.
say Hufflepuff. and
Level
I say it a
3,
lot.
I get another one of these cards. I'm like collecting. Give me that top card again.
Yeah, you're gonna make sure you have plenty
Jeremy
of
likes
challenges
to take the
complete.
turns that make him
And I'm
consider a
going to
lot
use
of
this
things.
one because she's at least 2, which gives me 2 knowledge. So another lesson learned. This was the. I did an antidote to common
Like I
poisons.
said, that's required reading. We've all been
Yes.
doing that one.
I'm done.
All right.
I should have
3
played Hufflepuff.
knowledge, please.
I'm upset with myself.
3 knowledge.
3 knowledge too.
Here's just gathering
She's getting knowledge.
Slytherin.
She's getting
knowledge
smart over there.
and magic.
All right, let's do some classroom work with Ron. Ron is going to pay 2 knowledge and a magic to do that. And what does Ron need? Ron, I think, needs to learn some charms. So he's going to go up 2 in charms. I don't actually have a card to play, but he's done with that.
All right.
All right. I'm going to take Cedric, and I'm going to go here. It's going to cost me 1 knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get an easy or advanced lesson. There's some interesting cards here, but I'm going to take this simplistic one here.
What comes out?
And then I'm going to go.
Ooh.
I'm going to go up in defense against the dark arts, but I'm going to play the antidote to common
Of course.
poisons, which is 2 potions, which he has, and then I'll get 2 knowledge back.
All right. I will go here as well. I will spend a knowledge going to the classroom to get smarter.
Yes.
Smarter is good. Go to level 2.
Smarter is always good.
And I get one of these awesome cards. I will take this one. I got all kinds of cards in my hand, and I can't do a lesson this turn.
Can you tell me what the middle hard challenge is? I can't see it.
It is 8 defense against the dark arts and 3 knowledge.
And what's the bottom purple?
Bottom purple is 3 potions and 2 charms.
Okay. I'm going to go.
Those snakes can't see very well over there. Do you get it? Slytherin snakes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I get
Do you
it.
speak
was a-
parcel tongue?
Oh,
No, that's even
look
better.
at that Harry Potter
Drop in
knowledge.
Harry Potter knowledge.
I think for now we're just going to start doing some setup here.
I not only watched the movies, but I
I'm
read
going
the
to go
books.
here.
I also read the books. I really enjoyed the books.
I
Read a
even
book.
read the movies
Take that from you.
Oh, the scripts?
and
the
watched
magic.
the books.
And I get a lesson of some kind.
A lesson
Either one.
of some kind.
I've watched the books too. They just kind of sit on my shelf. They don't do a lot, but they're there.
I
Collecting
will then
dust.
immediately play that and get a book and a
Book and a magic.
magic.
It's a good point. It actually has been some time since I've gone back to reread them. All right, Gryffindor's out because I had played 2 in 1 turn.
Yeah.
earlier,
Oh,
So,
oh.
mhm.
So I get to go now.
What are you looking for?
Easy challenge.
I
Yeah,
know. That's what
I
I was
was in the
saying.
same
It's-
boat.
Those
it's tough.
easy challenges go quickly.
They do.
Because those spots down there are very attractive.
They are very attractive.
So I am going to get a hard challenge and 2 knowledge. So I get a hard challenge. I am going to go with. I'm going to go with this one.
All right.
All right, now we are done with the round.
Oh, we are.
Starting you get to do your challenges. 2
I'm,
easies.
I'm holding on to my.
No challenge for
now.
Slytherin.
Slytherin, no, that's Slytherin.
Yeah.
Gryffindor is going
You.
to take the owls. So I'm going to send all, if you could grab me all 3 of my guys, they're all going to go take the
Yes.
owls because I need
Lucky.
5, 5, and 5. Now, I only have 4 potions, so I have to actually spend a magic to make that 5th potion up. So there's that for you. And that's going to get Gryffindor 60 points.
60 points to
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Which 60 points is these in this little dexterity game.
Let's see if. Oh,
Oh, no. I
only
lost
50
one.
points. There you go.
So we complete that. This is going to go face down on my board.
Okay.
My turn.
Yes.
See if you guys keep me honest here. I'm
Uh-oh.
drinking tea with the Hogwarts High Inquisitor.
Oh, fancy.
Yes, very fancy. I need 8 defense against the dark arts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I need 2 more.
Spin your
So
magic.
I'm going to spend the magic to get to the 8. And then it costs 3 knowledge, which I
Yeah.
also have.
50 points.
50 points. Well
And
done.
that's going to get me 50 points. So
Look, you wanted the
Let's see if I
easy
can do
challenges,
this.
and you had that
1,
great heart
2,
challenge.
You had to sacrifice Cedric, though.
3,
50
We're not there
points
yet.
to
Five.
Hufflepuff.
Oh, too soon, Jeremy. Too soon.
All right, my turn. I'm going to
Yeah.
complete 2.
2.
Yes, 2 easies, and you can do that.
Yeah.
First is going to be Luna, and she can just do this by herself. It's called Receive the Outpost. Outpost?
Owl post.
Outpost?
Owl post?
Sounds like
like dog
Alpo.
food.
So 10 points, and I get to level her up. I will go ahead and level her up on the, let's go
You're not gonna-
Charms.
Not going to go potions again?
Not yet, because I don't want to spend my magic.
Yeah.
So that's done for her. So do. And then this one requires 3, which I have 1, 2, 3. And then 2 charms, which one of them can do by himself. And then 2, and I have 2. So another level, and I will do, what do I need here? I need charms.
And you can only level up the characters that went to
Yes.
that
Yeah.
challenge, so he has to now choose which one of these 2 is going to get leveled up.
And
Yeah, there are some icons that
Continue.
allow you to do
Points
it.
to Ravenclaw.
When it has the multi-worker of characters there, you can do it to anyone.
And I think that's all of us, right?
Yeah.
That is.
That is.
That was a lot of points scored there.
Yeah, it was.
So we have 5 more rounds
Yeah.
to go through, 2 new locations to go through, and a whole bunch of new cards and lessons that we'll probably learn. And we will be back to tell you how much I won by in just a moment.
Oh. And just like that, we are back. It's like magic, right?
Oh.
Because it's Harry Potter. No,
good.
we trust us. We just played through the rest of the game. We played the first 2 years, and then we went all the way through year 7. These locations came out. Points were scored, and I think we all got a little better. Once you get the game going and your levels go up, you clearly can get more done. So the rounds of just doing 1 challenge turned into a lot of rounds of doing 2 challenges, at least for some of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's the cool part of the game.
Yeah, for
Yeah, it's
sure.
all about getting your sliders in the right position and then trying to get the right times of challenges at the right time. But the trick is, these locations lock up pretty quick. So by the
yeah.
end of that second round, when you're placing your 3rd person, there's not many spots to go to unless you have some tricks up your sleeves with some of these lessons to knock people out. But even then, it's still challenging to get the right things at the right time. So you do have to pre-plan a round
Yeah.
or 2 in advance.
Now, here's the question I have. Which one of us is dressing up like Dumbledore to announce the winner?
Underwater. No, that's not going to be me. That was like Bane.
That was Bane. That was more Bane.
Citizens of Hogwarts.
That's the crossover that we all want. Okay, but without, I mean, you could probably see. You could probably tell right now who won the game.
Not really.
It's pretty
Is it
close.
pretty close? It was
It
actually
was pretty close. We're going to lift the curtain here for a second. We had like a 20-minute conversation to determine whether Ryan or Jeremy won, because it was a tie at first, and then we recounted the gems, and it wasn't a tie. But it was close. You had 390.
390, yeah.
You had, we
I
decided
think
380 at the
yeah.
time, but asterisks on that maybe. I had 350,
320.
and you had 320. So it was all
Relatively close.
Yeah,
pretty close.
We were
I
pretty
mean, when you're
close.
scoring points in the 300s, if we're all in the 300s in that range, that seems pretty significant. I actually thought I was going to do a lot worse relative to you. Jeremy got out to a strong start. I grabbed some points on the board here. In retrospect, I don't know if those 10 points
Red
are
herring.
really worth using a
A
guy
whole guy,
to
yeah.
grab. Maybe in the first couple rounds, because if you're not doing 2 challenges, maybe.
I found it really beneficial at the end when I've kind of like, okay, I've got my 2 challenges,
Right.
I'm ready to go. There's nothing else I need to do. I've got 1 guy left, free 10 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's you bring up a great question, David. The value of what everything is worth is placing a worker there just to get 10 points worth it. Just like Jeremy and I looked at each other and wondered if spending all of those magic tokens was worth the
So
points you
early in
got
the
early
game.
in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Like, so that might be something that you look back and say, that I didn't get the value, because in a game like this, I would assume that they've balanced it based on that intrinsic value
Sure.
of what a placement is worth, what a magic is worth, what a knowledge is worth. And so you really have to decide when it's worth it to spend a ton of knowledge tokens, because some of these harder challenges are worth 60 points, which can be a lot.
Well, that's what I got on that first card for 50 points. And I think in the first round, is anyone really going to get one of those harder challenges without spending some magic?
Probably not. They're pretty hard.
Like, you're going to have to spend some significant magic. I mean, if some of these were out here, this is 9 potions.
Yeah.
You're going to be spending, period, round 1. Most people wouldn't take that, but if you're going to, you could potentially try to take that if you had a lot of magic to spend.
Which means it's very true is that these classrooms are probably the spot on the board that is most used and
Oh, for
most
sure.
used
They went-
early.
1, 2, and 3 almost every round.
Yeah.
Almost every round.
I mean, all of those allow you to level in some kind of combination, and not going to those spaces, it's almost against the point not to. Like, you have to go there in order to complete some of these challenges over there, unless you're going hard into these areas and then converting that magic, as you said, which is typically maybe short-term beneficial, but definitely not long-term.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
you have to attend class. This is Hogwarts, right? So I guess they probably penalize you for not doing it, but that's also the only way to get the easy challenges.
Yes,
And
these
early in the
challenges right
game,
here.
when you can't complete the hard challenges, you don't want to spend a turn not able to complete a challenge. You really want to try to do 1 a turn if you can. Or later in the game, like David said, we were doing 2 a turn pretty easily.
Yeah, not me. I only did 2, maybe twice, and only one of those times was 1 hard and 1 easy. I think I did 2 easy one time. You guys did that a little bit more, and you did a couple times, right? 2 challenges. At the
I
end
did
of your
towards
round?
the end. I mean, at the beginning, I definitely had a round where I didn't do a challenge, maybe 2, actually, thinking back on it. The thing is that you have to get at least 1 guy really strong in something and the other 2 medium so
Yes.
that you can pair them
Yeah.
up, because you can only do 2 challenges in the end, so one has to be able to do it by himself.
Right, that's the same strategy I used. I mean, I tried to get like Ron to have a little bit of stuff, but then when you know, okay, if I knew I wanted to send Ron and Harry on a challenge together, I would look and see what basic easy challenge can Hermione do on herself. And if there wasn't one that she could do by herself, then I would maybe try to replan my turn so that I could always have one person that could just do one by themselves.
Did anyone look in this deck to see how significant these points ever get? Is 60 the top?
I think 60 is
60
the
is
highest.
the
thing, yeah.
highest I saw, and I think is the easy challenge 20 is maybe the
20
top.
or
30.
maybe 30.
20 or maybe there's
Goes
a
up to
30.
30.
No, there's some 30s here
I have
for
a
sure.
couple 30s in mine. Actually, the first one I
you
completed was
go.
30.
And what's interesting is most of these high value ones, at least the ones that I noticed, all seem to have one significant
Yeah.
value that you needed to get. So they are almost, well, it's certainly not doable with one person unless you had some magic. But that's what I found is if you could get someone who's really strong in something, have enough magic so that one character could do this card and then have the 2 characters pick up the slack.
Yeah.
You could get to a point where you could get 2 challenges done relatively regularly.
Well, there was a term when I had so much magic, and I ended the game with so much magic. I could have done 2 hard challenges in one turn but you're not
that's
allowed
allowed,
to.
yeah.
You're
That's
only allowed to
against
do
the
1 hard and 1
rules.
easy. So by the end of the game, yeah, it became pretty easy to do too.
Yeah, the 2 biggest things I enjoy about these type of games, number 1 is if you look around all of us, none of us were able to really complete our characters.
Oh.
And that just shows that you really have to either, hard focus on one or go kind of average. And when you go average, you really have to commit at least 2 characters to a challenge, which is, you don't want to end the game where everyone's max level. And the other thing are these locations. And we only played with 4 of, I don't know how many there are, but there's stacks of these. So as you play the game, there's going to be multiple level 2s, so they're going to change every single game. And I always like that about worker placement games. If you have some variation and some variability in the game, not only with the cards, but these locations, it's going to just change up the gameplay for people.
Yeah, and speaking of those cards, we haven't really talked about those too much. This is, I think, key. You were crushing it with these cards. These
The
lesson
lessons.
cards you can play either before or after your turn, and that can really, if you balance all the everything you're doing, using the right person so that you can use one of these cards almost every turn, which I mean, did you have many turns where you weren't doing a lesson?
I think there was
Not
only
many.
one time I
Yeah.
remember him
Like,
not using
very
it.
I
few.
had plenty of turns where I wasn't doing a lesson, which you feel like that's where I'm probably losing points.
Yep.
But it gets difficult. I mean, especially these hard lessons, you have to have some pretty significant stats. And these powers that came out, I think a lot of the early cards in the first 2 rounds we played had some pretty basic stuff going on at the bottom where you just got magic or knowledge. But all these ones came out that do some very specific things, some of which let you effectively take even another turn effectively, right?
Yeah. Which, I mean, that
Absolutely.
could be pretty powerful, but so that's the balance. I barely used any of those lesson cards, though, and I was right behind Jeremy.
Really?
I didn't really plan. I kind of focused my characters. I had a lot of defense against the dark arts and a lot of charms. And I had very little potions, and it just kept seeming like potion cards were always coming up there. So I didn't actually really do many. I think I played maybe 4 lessons over the course of the game.
It's not a lot.
No,
No,
I mean,
not at all.
I struggled to get lesson cards for sure.
Well, cool. Well, that is Harry Potter House Cup Competition. It is a 2 to 4 player worker placement game. Takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play through. If you have any questions, please make them in the comments below, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.